A lot of young men nowadays have a very hard time getting other people to respect them, especially in a relationship or just with women. And it's so sad because you know those types of guys that are like, yeah, I know my girl can wear whatever she wants, so I'm the only one who can touch it at the end of the day. Bro, your girl is eye candy to other guys, and she's clearly disrespecting you. She's dressing like a prostitute, sadly, and you're fine with it because you've kind of cucked yourself into thinking that it's okay as long as I'm the one who gets the rest. Do you realize how sad that is? That your woman needs attention from other men while she's going out? That your woman needs to be posting ass pics or bikini pics, showing, flashing what she should be showing only to you, just to get other validation from men? And the worst part is not that she does that because that's on her. The worst part is that you allow that for yourself. And of course, you can't control a woman. Of course, you can't force her to do anything, but you can have boundaries for yourself and you can set them straight. And it's the reason that a lot of people don't respect you. And it's not only women, it's with your friends, it's with your colleagues, it's with people walking by the street. You don't have a certain set of boundaries for your interactions with other humans, and that's the exact reason that they don't respect you. Because if you walk into a place and it's a public place, then you're gonna walk all over it. If you walk into a private property, oh shit, let's watch out. Let's make sure we don't get caught at the very least, or let's not even go inside. Your boundaries need to be the same way. Somebody needs to know you. John, you need to know John is not to be fucked with. John has these set of boundaries. He's very kind, but you can't disrespect him. John's girlfriend cannot be wearing a mini skirt and half her titties be popping out while they're on a walk at the beach, because then he's gonna leave. And it's not because you don't love the woman, it's not because you don't love your friend, it's because you love yourself. And you have to understand that you have to love yourself more than you love them, because if you can't love yourself, then you can't love anybody else. I used to have this issue. I used to have a lot of trouble setting boundaries. So for example, my friends would make a rude comment about me trying to do YouTube. And I would just laugh it off. I'd be like, yeah, I'm so stupid, right? And to the world, my mask was, yeah, this is just funny. But to me, I was internally hurting, honestly. Because the people who were supposed to support me were the people who were just honestly laughing at my attempts to be successful. And one day I just realized, do I keep living this double life of me trying to act like everything's fun and games, but internally creating resentment towards my quote unquote friends? Am I really a friend if I do that? If I'm resentful towards my friends? Or do I start putting my foot down and being, hey, listen, if you don't want to support my goals, get the fuck out of my life? And that's the same thing that went on with women. That's the same thing that went on with friends. And look what it's brought. I have very few friends, but those friends respect me and I respect them, and I have very good relationships. My girlfriend and I have an amazing relationship. She never tries to disrespect me. She never tries to yell at me. She never tries to dress provocatively to get revenge. She never tries to go out to the clubs with her friends, because I've set some boundaries, and it's out of love. It's, hey, you want to do this, that's fine, but you're not doing it with me. You have to realize that even in economics, when there's too much of something, it's not valuable. When there's very little of something, it's very valuable. So if you spread yourself too thin, you're not valuable at all. If you're giving your attention, your time, your patience to everybody, it's not worth anything. However, if you have boundaries and you know that you only give your attention, time, patience, and love to those people who respect your boundaries, it is very valuable. And it's not so people can validate you and they can see you as, whoa, God, Jorge, please give me attention. It's so they understand, hey, I'm giving you attention and I'm giving you time. It's because I truly do value you. Understand how that makes them feel. So, understand what your values are. And this comes from understanding what you want from a relationship. So, for example, why do you want a girlfriend? What is it for? Is it just to have sex? Is it to have a loving relationship? Is it to have a family? Set your boundaries accordingly. Because if it's just to have sex, then she's probably another fling. And if it's with another fling, you probably don't have too many boundaries. I mean, she can probably go see other guys, right? Same with friends. Why do you want friends? Is it to laugh? Is it to do business? Is it to be able to count on each other? Because if it's to laugh, and again, don't have too many boundaries. I mean, I can just make fun of your mom and call her a slut, and as long as you laugh, everything's good. But if it's to have each other's back, then there's a certain set of boundaries surrounding loyalty that go into it, supporting each other. Once you start setting these boundaries in your relationships, you will realize how the integrity of these relationships improve. And you'll realize that maybe you'll lose relationships, but you'll lose relationships that were never really important. And the relationships that are left are relationships that are very strong. They're relationships that actually serve a purpose for you. And they're relationships that you'll enjoy being in, and you'll feel at peace, and you'll feel happy from being in them. And lastly, the relationship with yourself. What are the boundaries that you have with yourself? You disrespect yourself each day, and you know it, because you do things you shouldn't do. You say things you shouldn't about yourself, and you think things you shouldn't about yourself. And so my question to you is, if you don't have any boundaries or respect for yourself, how do you expect for anybody else to have them for you? Because whatever you receive already comes from within. So if you have no respect for yourself, what sense does it make for you to look for respect outside? That's why you seek validation. It's because you don't have confidence or respect in yourself. You need it from others. And no matter how much validation you get, you will always feel that gaping hole in your chest. And by the way, I felt it before. You're not alone. And it fucking sucks. And one day you put your foot down and you realize, hey, I'm going to live life a certain way. It's going to be scary. And maybe at first I might be insecure, but it's the way I want to live life. And if anybody else has a problem with it, then I'm going to have to set my boundaries and tell them, you're either on this boat or you're off it. But there's no in between. So, hope that helps. I know it will. By the way, there's a free community that I made on Discord. Just a little fuck it to everybody. If you want to join, get a bit more access to me, talk, join, I guess. I don't really know how to market these things. I'm not going to tell you that this is how to make $10,000 a month. But yeah, it would be cool if you could join. See you in there.